There's a mysterious allure to charming individuals, those who captivate and mesmerize others simply by being. Whether it's their profound gaze, a bright smile, or even their movements, each charming person has distinct traits that are undeniable. From a Stoic perspective, charm is not merely about outward attractiveness, but also the ability to confidently express oneself. They possess an intrinsic appeal that reflects an inner balance and tranquility. Their ability to draw attention lies in their natural communication skills and the engaging way they express their thoughts and opinions. Today, let's explore 10 signs of a particularly charismatic person to address whether you might be one of them. Stay tuned until the end and ask yourself whether you feel confident and capable of attracting others. Where does your true charm come from? Sometimes the answers might surprise you and offer a completely new perspective on yourself that you hadn't considered before. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support our channel. And please leave a comment below if you resonate with any of the upcoming revelations. Let's begin. Number 1. You are a good listener. In our busy world, where everyone is eager to share their thoughts and stories, the ability to truly listen is both rare and precious. It's not just a social skill, it's a Stoic practice that enriches both our own lives and the lives of those around us. You've probably noticed how conversations sometimes turn into competitions, with each person just waiting for their turn to speak rather than listening to what's being said. But imagine the difference when someone really listens to you. It feels good, right? That's the heart of being charming. You make people feel heard and understood, which is incredibly validating. As a charming person, you stand out because you genuinely focus on others during conversations. You're not just waiting for a gap to jump in with your own story. Instead, you give your full attention to what the other person is saying, showing interest through your body language, like nodding, maintaining eye contact, and reacting appropriately to their comments. This not only makes the other person feel respected, but also deepens your understanding of who they are and what matters to them. From a Stoic perspective, listening is a way to practice humility and wisdom. Stoics believe that everyone has something valuable to offer, and we can learn from every interaction if we listen carefully. Think about it. Each person you meet can teach you something new, whether it's a new piece of knowledge, a different perspective, or even a life lesson. By embracing the role of a listener, you're not just being polite, you're actively learning and growing. Good listening also helps you find common ground with others. As you listen, you might discover shared interests, mutual friends, or similar experiences. These connections are the building blocks of strong relationships and community, which Stoics value highly as part of a fulfilled life. To become a better listener, enter each conversation with the aim of learning something new, viewing the speaker's words as a gift to cherish. If you find yourself preparing your next response while the other person is still speaking, consciously redirect your attention to their words. Demonstrate your engagement by asking follow-up questions that not only show you are actively listening, but also help clarify your understanding of their statements. This approach communicates your respect for their viewpoint and your interest in gaining a deeper understanding. Keep in mind, the art of listening is not merely a social tactic. It's a way to live more harmoniously with those around you, reflecting the Stoic ideals of respect and community. By being a good listener, you not only become more charming, but you also cultivate a character enriched with patience, empathy, and wisdom. Number 2, you remember names and details. Think about how it feels when someone remembers your name and the little details you shared during a previous encounter. It's uplifting, isn't it? It makes you feel valued and important. This is because, at a fundamental level, Being remembered signifies that you are seen and acknowledged as an individual. Charming and charismatic people excel in this. They make a lasting impression by remembering not just names, but also the nuances that make each interaction unique. For instance, imagine you meet someone at a community event, and during your conversation, they mention their favorite hobby or a small challenge they recently faced. When you see them again and ask about that specific hobby or inquire how their challenge turned out, it shows that you were genuinely attentive and interested in their life. This effort can transform an ordinary interaction into a meaningful connection. In the Stoic view, such attentiveness is a form of virtue. It's an exercise in empathy and respect. Stoics believe in the importance of social relations and the role of community in personal growth. By remembering names and specific details about others, you practice these Stoic ideals, reinforcing the social fabric that binds us all. Moreover, this habit can mitigate awkward situations and enhance the fluidity of social interactions. Imagine walking into a room and greeting someone by name, recalling a detail they shared with you last time. This not only smooths the initial interaction, but also sets a positive tone for the entire conversation. It reduces the usual barriers people might feel in social settings and fosters a sense of belonging and mutual respect. Improving your ability to remember names and details about others begins with active listening. When meeting someone new, concentrate on their name and use it periodically throughout the conversation to help cement it in your memory. Also, listen carefully to the details they share about their family, work, or hobbies. To further enhance your recall, consider making a mental note or jotting down a brief summary after your interaction, which will aid in retaining this information for future interactions. Don't overlook the impact of such a simple act. Remembering someone's name and personal details might seem minor, but it's actually a powerful way to show you care. By doing this, you're not just being friendly, you're also applying Stoic values by nurturing community and respecting everyone's uniqueness. Embrace this habit and see how it not only makes others feel valued, but also enhances your own life by deepening your relationships. After all, in life's journey, our connections with people are priceless, and recalling a name or a detail can open the door to truly fulfilling interactions. Number 3, you aren't afraid to show quirks. Often, people try to present a polished, flawless image of themselves, especially in social settings. While this might seem appealing, it can actually make someone appear distant and unapproachable. No one is perfect, and pretending to be can create a barrier between you and others. But when you, as a charming individual, allow your quirks and imperfections to show, you become more relatable and likable. It's refreshing to see someone who is comfortable in their own skin, quirks and all. Showing your quirks isn't about highlighting flaws, but celebrating your unique traits and habits that make you, you. Perhaps you have a distinctive laugh, an unusual hobby, or a goofy way of telling stories. When you share these parts of yourself, it invites others to relax and share their true selves too. This openness fosters deeper connections and trust, key elements in any meaningful relationship. From a Stoic viewpoint, showing your quirks can be seen as an exercise in authenticity and humility. Stoics believe in living true to one's nature and understanding that human perfection is a myth. By openly acknowledging and even embracing your quirks, you are practicing Stoic virtues. You acknowledge that, like everyone, you are a work in progress, and this acknowledgement can be profoundly liberating. Being able to laugh at yourself is also a sign of resilience and confidence. It shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you're secure enough to handle a bit of self-deprecating humor. This trait is particularly charming because it puts others at ease. They see that you are approachable and down to earth. So, how can you practice this? Start by identifying the things about yourself that are a bit quirky or unusual. Embrace these traits and share them in your interactions. When something awkward happens, instead of feeling embarrassed, try to see the humor in the situation and share a laugh with others. This not only lightens the mood, but also shows that you are human and relatable. Remember, in every social interaction, showing your true self, including your quirks, can make you more approachable and endearing. It's not about showcasing imperfections, but celebrating individuality. By doing this, you not only become more charming, but also live in harmony with Stoic ideals, appreciating yourself and others for who you truly are. Number 4, you aren't afraid to lose. Charming individuals stand out because they don't cling to the need to win every argument or come out on top in every situation. Instead, they understand that true strength sometimes involves showing vulnerability and accepting losses. This isn't about being passive. It's about recognizing that you don't always need a return on the energy you invest in others or in various endeavors. This approach is refreshing and draws people in because it's grounded in authenticity rather than superficial gain. For example, when something doesn't go their way, charming people are quick to admit their mistakes or acknowledge their shortcomings. They don't shy away from discussing their weaknesses or areas where they could improve. This openness not only makes them more approachable and relatable, but also fosters trust and respect among their peers. Looking at it from a Stoic point of view, this method makes sense because Stoicism tells us that we can't control everything, and our true nature is shown more in how we deal with tough times than in our victories. By accepting and learning from mistakes, you develop and get better, which is a key aim of Stoicism. Additionally, charming individuals are comfortable asking for help or admitting they don't know something. Imagine being in a conversation where instead of pretending to understand a topic, someone candidly says, "I'm not familiar with that. Could you explain it to me?" This kind of honesty is not only endearing, but also invites a genuine exchange of knowledge and ideas. It shows a willingness to learn and places value on others' expertise, which people deeply appreciate. To cultivate this charming trait, begin by releasing the need to constantly be right or the best. Embrace moments of imperfection as chances for genuine connection and learning. When errors occur, openly acknowledge them and leverage them as catalysts for personal development. Embrace curiosity and seek assistance when needed, as these behaviors showcase your humanity and foster connections with others. In life's big picture, being unafraid to lose isn't about quitting, it's about being genuine, flaws and all. By doing this, you not only become more likable, but also live in line with Stoic ideas, prioritizing honesty, progress, and real connections over surface-level achievements. Number 5, you have mutual understanding. Often, in discussions, it's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on differences. Many of us might even do this unconsciously, scanning for points of disagreement as a reflex. However, charming individuals take a different approach. They prioritize finding common ground, which isn't just about being agreeable. It's about building a foundation for richer, more positive conversations. Charming people don't just look for areas where they agree, they actively listen and understand where the other person is coming from, which often reveals more similarities than differences. This approach is not about suppressing your own views, but about creating a space where dialogue can flourish without conflict. For example, if someone expresses an opinion, instead of immediately pointing out where you differ, you might first acknowledge what you share in common. You could say, "I see your point, and I agree with what you're saying about A. I've also thought about B, which might be a slightly different perspective. What do you think? This way, the conversation remains open and engaging rather than becoming a debate. In Stoicism, this approach aligns with the idea of living harmoniously within the community. Stoics value the concept of sympathia, the mutual interdependence among all things, suggesting that by seeking common ground, we are practicing a fundamental Stoic principle. This practice not only leads to better conversations, but also reinforces the social bonds that are crucial to personal and communal well-being. Furthermore, when you do introduce a differing viewpoint, doing so gently and respectfully shows that you value the other person's perspective. This not only helps maintain a positive emotional tone, but also opens up opportunities for both parties to learn from each other. Stoicism teaches us that wisdom comes from the exchange of ideas, and that every interaction can be an opportunity to learn something new. Cultivating the habit of effective listening starts by approaching each conversation with the goal of understanding rather than winning. Actively listen and seek out statements or beliefs that resonate with you. When encountering differing opinions, view them as enriching the discussion rather than contradicting it. This approach fosters a more collaborative and less confrontational atmosphere, encouraging open and constructive exchanges. Keep in mind, the purpose of being charming in conversations is not to dominate with your own views, but to create bonds that are respectful and understanding. When you do this, you not only become more likable and charming, but you also embody Stoic values, improving how you interact with others. Adopt this method and see how your talks turn into deeper, more significant exchanges, making your relationships richer and broadening your perspective of the world. This isn't just about being charming. It's about being someone who adds value and positivity to the lives of others. Number 6, you are happy to see others. Charming individuals have a unique ability to bond with people around them because they sincerely appreciate their company. It's not about superficial interactions or expecting something in return. Rather, it stems from a profound appreciation for human connection and an authentic interest in the experiences and emotions of others. As a charming person, you might find yourself deeply fascinated by the psychology of human nature. This isn't just casual curiosity, it's a keen interest that drives you to understand more about what makes people tick. When you interact with others, you're not just passing the time or filling a void of loneliness. Instead, you engage with people because you find their stories, their challenges, and their successes genuinely compelling. Consider how this plays out in everyday interactions. When someone shares a piece of their day with you, you don't just hear them, you truly listen. You maintain eye contact, giving them your full attention, which signals respect and interest. This isn't just polite. It's deeply human and profoundly connected to the Stoic idea of living according to nature, part of which involves recognizing and honoring our interdependence with others. This approach to interactions is grounded in the Stoic belief in the value of all human beings and the importance of community and support. By being genuinely happy to engage with others, you embody a Stoic appreciation for the communal part of human nature. This doesn't mean you won't have boundaries or personal time. Rather, it means that your interactions are meaningful and purpose-driven. So, next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember that your sincere interest and focus not only make you charming, but also reflect a deep philosophical understanding of the importance of human connection. Whether it's listening intently to a friend's experience, engaging with a colleague about a challenging project, or sharing a moment of joy or sorrow with a family member. These are the moments that build not just charm, but a truly meaningful and Stoic life. Number 7, your body language is impressive. Now, when you think of someone who's charming, You might imagine someone who lights up the room and effortlessly becomes the center of attention. But charm, especially when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, isn't always about standing out. It's about effectively and authentically expressing oneself in a way that resonates with others, often through subtle yet powerful non-verbal cues. Charming people have a knack for conveying their emotions not just through words, but through their body language. This includes gestures, facial expressions, and even the way they stand or sit. These non-verbal signals are powerful tools for communication that, when used wisely, can turn even the most mundane exchange into a captivating interaction. As a charming person, you might not always be the loudest in the room, but you are definitely one of the most expressive. Let's say you're sharing a story that, on the surface, might seem ordinary or uneventful. With the right body language, you can bring that story to life, transforming it into an engaging narrative that captivates your audience. For example, when you talk about a moment that excited you, your eyes might light up, your hands might animate more vividly, and your voice might carry a tone of enthusiasm. These cues draw your listeners in, making them feel the excitement with you. Similarly, if you're discussing something serious or somber, a gentle nod, a softened gaze, or a slight tilt of the head can convey empathy and understanding. These subtle gestures can significantly deepen the connection with your audience, making them feel truly seen and heard. This aligns with Stoic values, which emphasize the importance of understanding and respecting the emotions of others, recognizing that every interaction is an opportunity to practice virtues like empathy and kindness. In practical terms, think about how you can use body language to reflect the mood of your conversation effectively. If you're trying to encourage someone, a smile, open posture, and direct eye contact can convey confidence and support. Conversely, if you're listening to someone share a difficult experience, a calm demeanor and gentle nods can show that you are present and compassionate. By mastering the art of body language, you not only enhance your charm, but also live out Stoic principles by creating meaningful, respectful, and engaging interactions. This practice isn't just about being likable. It's about fostering genuine connections and enriching your relationships, making every conversation a bridge to deeper understanding and mutual respect. Remember, in the Stoic view, every moment is an opportunity to practice virtue, and how we communicate with others, including through body language, is a beautiful way to do just that. Let your body speak as eloquently as your words, and watch how it transforms your relationships and strengthens your charm. Number 8. You understand the power of touch. In the realm of interpersonal connections, a thoughtful touch can convey more warmth and sincerity than words alone. This is not only an element of charm, but also deeply connected to Stoic principles, which emphasize living harmoniously within our social fabric. Charming individuals are particularly adept at using touch to strengthen relationships. They have a keen sense of when it's appropriate to incorporate a gentle touch and are mindful of respecting others' boundaries and comfort levels. This sensitivity is key. It's about understanding and empathizing with others, qualities highly valued in Stoicism. Consider how a simple touch can transform interactions. When you congratulate someone, for instance, a handshake or a light pat on the shoulder can enhance the warmth of your congratulations. It's not just about the words, "well done." It's about making the other person feel truly recognized and appreciated. This physical connection can make your praise feel more genuine and heartfelt. Let's look at other examples. Imagine you're consoling a friend who's going through a tough time. A comforting touch on the arm or a reassuring pat on the back can be a powerful way to show support and compassion without overwhelming them with words. In moments of joy, a high five or an enthusiastic hug can amplify the shared happiness, making the moment even more memorable. In Stoicism, the practice of touch aligns with the concept of oikeiosis, which is the natural affection and sense of belonging among human beings. By using touch wisely, you're acknowledging this connection and reinforcing the bonds that tie us together in the human community. However, it's crucial to remember that the charm of touch lies in its appropriateness and timing. Always be attentive to how the other person is reacting. Are they comfortable? Do they reciprocate or seem to appreciate the gesture? This awareness shows respect for their feelings and boundaries, which is fundamental in Stoic ethics. So, as you go through your daily interactions, think about how you can use touch to enhance your connections with others. Whether it's a handshake, a pat on the back, or a comforting touch, each gesture can be a profound expression of human empathy and understanding. Remember, in Stoicism, every action is an opportunity to practice virtues, and using the power of touch thoughtfully is a beautiful way to express kindness, respect, and solidarity. Number 9. You treat others with respect. Charming people have a unique ability to make others feel valued and respected. They embody the essence of the golden rule: treat others as you wish to be treated. This approach isn't just about behaving well, it's about genuinely respecting others' feelings, desires, and opinions. It's reflected in how you interact, how you listen, and how you respond to people in your everyday life. Consider the powerful quote, "People won't remember what you said or did. They'll remember how you made them feel." This statement rings especially true for those with a charismatic personality. By focusing on making others feel good about themselves, you create lasting, positive impressions that go far beyond the superficial layers of typical interactions. For instance, giving genuine compliments is a straightforward yet powerful way to make someone feel special. But the key here is authenticity. Your compliments should be sincere and specific. Instead of a generic "nice job," try saying, "I really admired how you handled that presentation. Your passion for the topic really shone through and engaged everyone." This not only makes the person feel recognized, but also shows that you are paying attention to their efforts and skills. Stoicism teaches us the importance of empathy and social virtues. By treating others with respect, you are practicing these virtues. Stoics believe that all humans are rational beings who share the same basic values, and by respecting these values in others, you live according to nature and reason. Additionally, making each person feel special doesn't have to involve grand gestures. It can be as simple as remembering details from previous conversations and bringing them up in future interactions. This shows that you listen and care about what they share with you, whether it's asking about their family, their hobbies, or an event they mentioned they were looking forward to. These small acts of remembering and mentioning these details can have a big impact on how valued someone feels. To practice this charming and stoic behavior, start by engaging in genuine listening, aiming to comprehend rather than just reply. Approach each interaction as a chance to demonstrate kindness and respect. When you contribute to discussions, do so with the aim of enriching them rather than merely occupying airspace. Respectfully acknowledge others' feelings and perspectives without imposing your own, fostering an environment where mutual respect guides the interaction. By treating others with the respect and kindness you wish to receive, you not only make them feel better about themselves, but also enrich your own life, fostering deeper connections and living true to stoic and charming ideals. This approach can transform your relationships and make your social interactions not only more enjoyable, but also more meaningful. Number 10. You are optimistic and love life. When we delve into the qualities of individuals who are both optimistic and exude a genuine love for life, we uncover a magnetic allure that captivates those around them. This charm, deeply rooted in a philosophy similar to Stoicism, isn't about suppressing emotions or enduring hardships without complaint, but rather about embracing life's experiences with a positive and proactive attitude. Stoicism teaches the value of understanding what is within our control and embracing life's ups and downs with equanimity and resilience. Charming individuals embody this philosophy through their everyday actions and interactions, making them truly captivating. Think about those people who light up a room as soon as they enter, not just with their smiles, but with their energy and perspective. They have a knack for turning mundane moments into special ones. For example, imagine someone at a casual neighborhood gathering, while others might stick to standard greetings. This person shares stories, listens intently, and laughs freely, making everyone feel like they are the most important person in the room. This isn't merely social grace, it's a profound ability to appreciate and elevate ordinary situations into extraordinary ones. Such individuals treat life's unpredictabilities not as nuisances, but as opportunities. A rainy day that cancels an outdoor event becomes a chance to enjoy a spontaneous indoor game night with friends. A challenging day at work is seen not as a series of setbacks, but as a series of challenges to be overcome and learned from. This optimistic outlook is contagious, encouraging others to shift their perspectives and find joy in the unpredictability of life. Charming and optimistic people often engage deeply with the world around them. They ask thoughtful questions, showing a genuine interest in the answers. This curiosity about life and people isn't superficial. It's a deep-seated desire to understand and connect with the world in a meaningful way. When you talk to them, they make you feel heard and valued, which is a rare and enchanting quality. In essence, being charming and loving life is about more than just maintaining a cheerful demeanor. It's about forming sincere connections, leaving a lasting impression on others, and continually seeking out the silver linings, no matter the circumstances. This approach not only enriches their own lives, but also inspires those around them to embrace a more stoic, optimistic view of life. Through their interactions, they spread a warmth and vitality that uplifts everyone they meet, making the world a little brighter wherever they go. Have you ever wondered why some older men naturally attract women's attention in a captivating way? What's the secret behind their allure? We often think of age as a factor that diminishes attractiveness. But in reality, there are older men who not only maintain their appeal, but also deeply fascinate women. And it's not just about their looks, but also about their profound mental qualities. In the modern world, the classic principles of Stoicism have become a solid inspiration for those looking to build an independent and happy life. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but also a way of living, a way of viewing the world, and facing challenges with resilience. By integrating these principles into their daily lives, older men have created an undeniable attraction that captivates women's hearts. Let's explore the 9 ways in which the classic principles of Stoicism have inspired, transformed, and created this unique allure. Because beyond appearances and age, there are strong mental qualities and undeniable confidence. Don't forget to like, subscribe to support us, and leave your comment because your experience might help someone in a similar situation. Let's get started. Number 1. Wisdom and experience. As men grow older, they gather not just years, but wisdom and experience that can significantly refine their intuition and understanding in various social settings. This wisdom is a critical element in Stoicism, which teaches the value of insight and the importance of listening over speaking. Older men often use this seasoned wisdom in fascinating ways that can be quite attractive, particularly to women. For instance, they might adopt strategies such as speaking less and listening more during conversations. This isn't just about being quiet. It's about actively engaging with what the other person says, reflecting a deep respect and genuine interest. Or they might empower their date to take the lead in decision-making. This can make a partner feel valued and respected, which is incredibly appealing. This approach contrasts sharply with a common pitfall among many younger individuals who often try to dominate conversations to impress. But here's a Stoic twist. True wisdom shows strength in restraint and the power of listening. By creating space for others to express themselves, older men demonstrate not only their confidence, but also their comfort in allowing others to shine. For example, imagine an older man on a date at a quiet restaurant, encouraging his partner to choose the meal or lead the conversation about a topic she's passionate about. Each time he listens attentively, nods, and responds thoughtfully, he's not just participating in a conversation, he's showing that he values her opinions and enjoys her intellect. This can be a breath of fresh air for many women accustomed to more egocentric conversationalists. Moreover, by listening more, older men can learn what truly interests and motivates their partners. This knowledge allows them to contribute more effectively when they do speak, making their input not only relevant, but often enlightening. This thoughtful exchange can make discussions richer and more engaging, ensuring there are always fresh and interesting topics to explore together. In essence, Stoicism teaches us the value of control and the strength found in silence. Older men who embrace these principles can navigate social interactions with a calm and appealing composure that draws others toward them. It's about being present, being considerate, and ultimately, being wise in your interactions. Number 2, the growth mindset. The growth mindset isn't just about constantly looking forward. It's rooted in a Stoic principle that focuses on self-improvement and resilience, rather than getting bogged down by past mistakes or the unavoidable setbacks life throws our way. Consider the calm and collected demeanor of older men who've embraced this mindset. They don't waste time ruminating over past regrets. Instead, they look ahead. They set goals, dream big, and consistently work towards a better self. This isn't just about professional growth. It's about personal evolution. Becoming more empathetic, more understanding, and more in tune with the needs and dreams of their partners. Now, why does this appeal to women? Well, it signals stability, maturity, and the promise of a partnership that grows stronger with time. Women are often drawn to men who showcase not just ambition, but the wisdom to handle life's challenges with grace and fortitude. In daily life, you might notice this when an older gentleman talks about learning a new language, picking up a new hobby like painting or volunteering, or simply making plans to travel and experience the world. These aren't just idle dreams. They are signs of a vibrant, active approach to life that is incredibly appealing. This mindset does more than just add value to an individual's life. It builds and strengthens connections. It lays a foundation for a relationship that is not just about enduring together, but thriving together. Whether it's sharing aspirations over a coffee or planning future adventures, these conversations ignite a spark. They show a readiness to invest in the future, a future that women want to be part of. Number 3, ending on a positive note. Many men, especially when younger or less experienced, might react impulsively if a date isn't going exactly as planned. This could be showing frustration, overly criticizing something, or even making negative comments about past relationships. Such behaviors can inadvertently jeopardize their chances with someone they are genuinely interested in. However, older men often bring a different, more seasoned approach to the table. Drawing on the Stoic virtues of patience and understanding that good things often take time to develop, they play the long game. This isn't about being slow for the sake of it. It's about recognizing that meaningful connections aren't usually built in a single evening. Let's imagine an older gentleman on a first date. Instead of pushing for a conclusion, like a decisive goodnight kiss or making plans for the very next day, he might choose to keep things light yet engaging. Perhaps he shares a thoughtful compliment, expresses genuine enthusiasm for a hobby she mentioned, or simply smiles warmly and says he enjoyed the evening and looks forward to chatting again. This approach avoids any pressure or physical expectations, instead opting for subtle, respectful flirting that leaves her curious and wanting to know more about him. This strategy of leaving a positive, lasting impression aligns well with Stoic principles, maintaining one's grace and dignity regardless of external circumstances. By not forcing the pace of the relationship and instead allowing it to unfold naturally, these men show not only respect for their date's comfort, but also a confidence in the natural progression of things. So remember, whether you're on a date or in any other social setting, aim to leave on a positive note. Keep interactions light, enjoyable, and intriguing. This can make all the difference in not just how you're perceived, but in laying the groundwork for a future that both of you will want to explore together. Number 4, moderation and humility. It's a common misconception that only young people can make a splash with their achievements. However, as we see time and again, success and wealth often accumulate and become more apparent with age, thanks to years of professional experience. This accumulated wealth and experience can be a real asset when planning dates. Older men have the means to create not just good dates, but truly memorable experiences. However, here's where the Stoic philosophy plays a crucial role. It teaches the importance of moderation and humility. Flaunting wealth can be off-putting. It's not just about how much you can spend, but how wisely you choose to use what you have. Instead of the typical date spots like bars or casual eateries, consider taking your date to more upscale dining establishments. This choice reflects a level of sophistication and refinement that many find very appealing, especially women who appreciate a more mature approach to life and relationships. For example, choosing a restaurant known for its unique cuisine or a quiet, elegant setting says a lot about your taste and respect for the occasion. But here's an important note. Avoid going overboard with extravagant gifts early on. Stoicism teaches us the value of simplicity and sincerity. Instead of trying to impress with lavish spending, invest in quality experiences that align with both of your interests. Perhaps a night at a jazz club if you both love music, or a visit to an art exhibit that resonates with your shared tastes. This approach shows that you're not just trying to impress her with your wallet, but are interested in sharing a part of your lifestyle and enjoying experiences together. This shift from flamboyance to thoughtful planning shows a maturity that can be incredibly attractive. It signals that you're not merely chasing excitement or approval, but are sharing a genuine slice of your life. It's about creating a connection that's based on mutual appreciation and enjoyment of the finer things in life, at a pace that respects both of your preferences. Remember, it's not about the price tag on your experiences, but the thoughtfulness behind them. Let your choices reflect your personality and your respect for both the occasion and your companion. Number 5, genuine confidence. As men get older, they often develop a calmer, more mature approach to dealing with problems. This doesn't just come from age itself, but from the experiences and lessons learned along the way. In social settings, particularly in dating, it's quite common to encounter gossip and complaints. While it might be tempting to join in, especially if it seems like a way to bond or engage, Stoicism teaches us a different path. Stoicism isn't just about being reserved, it's about understanding what deserves your energy and what doesn't. Older men can demonstrate significant maturity by steering away from petty dramas and gossip, a behavior often associated with a lack of experience or youthful impulsiveness. This shows that they're above the fray, confident in who they are, and no longer feel the need to prove themselves at every turn. This level of self-assurance is not only attractive, but also sets them apart from younger individuals who are still trying to find their footing. This confidence can be intriguing to women. Incorporating a stoic demeanor, calm, composed, and a bit mysterious, adds to your appeal. It can make you seem like a puzzle that she might be interested in solving. The allure of the unknown, the unperturbed man who seems to have his life and emotions in check, can be captivating. Let's say you're on a date and a sensitive topic comes up. Instead of diving deep into personal grievances, a Stoic-influenced response might involve acknowledging the issue briefly and shifting the conversation to something more positive or insightful. This doesn't just keep the mood light. It also shows a commanding grasp over your emotions and reactions. However, it's essential to remain genuine. Authenticity is crucial because most people, and women in particular, have a strong intuition and can quickly sense when someone is being insincere. Instead of putting on a stoic facade, gradually integrate these traits into your personality. Let it come naturally as part of your evolution into a wiser, more grounded individual. Adopting a stoic demeanor isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about showing that you've reached a point in life where your self-worth isn't swayed by external opinions or minor setbacks. This genuine confidence and mysterious aura are what can make you truly attractive. Number 6. Physical discipline. Whether you're a spry 20-year-old or a seasoned gentleman in your 40s, looking your best goes far beyond just physical attractiveness. It's a testament to your discipline and self-care, key aspects that are deeply intertwined with Stoic philosophy. Stoicism isn't just about mental and emotional fortitude. It also emphasizes the importance of physical discipline and self-mastery. When you put effort into grooming and maintaining a polished appearance, it sends a message that you value yourself and how you present to the world. This isn't about vanity. It's about respect and self-respect. Take, for example, the simple act of dressing well and keeping fit. These efforts require consistent discipline behind the scenes, like sticking to a workout regimen or choosing outfits that are both appropriate and flattering. When you care for your appearance, you're not just looking good for the sake of it. You're embodying the Stoic ideals of control and respect for oneself. And the payoff? It's more than just looking good. When she notices and compliments you, calling you handsome or well-dressed, it's not just a boost to your ego. It sets a positive, light-hearted tone for the interaction. It opens the door to flirting, playful banter, and genuine connections. These moments are about mutual respect and attraction, not a superficial search for validation. This discipline in personal upkeep can significantly enhance your dating prospects, regardless of age. A man who takes care of himself is often seen as a man who can take care of the things and people important to him. It reflects a lifestyle that values health and vitality, qualities that are attractive at any stage of life. So whether you're hitting the gym, choosing a wardrobe that feels both comfortable and sharp, or simply keeping up with regular grooming habits, remember that these are investments. They pay dividends not only in how others perceive you, but in how you perceive yourself. Being well-groomed and fit not only enhances your appeal, but also boosts your confidence and overall well-being. Let's keep this in mind. Maintaining your physical appearance is as much a part of a robust Stoic practice as maintaining your mental and emotional health. It's all about respecting and caring for the vessel that carries you through life. Number 7. Stable and reliable. Insecurity is, frankly, a major turn-off in the modern dating landscape. This isn't just about feeling unsure of yourself. It's about how these feelings manifest in your interactions. Women, who are increasingly embracing empowerment and independence, can often sense insecurity in a partner. It might show up in subtle ways, such as persistent questions about past relationships or worries about competition from other men. These behaviors signal a lack of confidence that can be unappealing. Now, let's apply a Stoic perspective here. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to maintain an internal equilibrium regardless of external circumstances. For older men, this philosophy is particularly relevant. If you've reached a mature stage of life, it's crucial to leverage the wisdom gained from your experiences rather than succumb to insecurity. This isn't just about putting on a brave face, it's about genuinely reaching a state where you're not perturbed by the superficial aspects of dating. For example, if the topic of past relationships comes up during a date, a Stoic-influenced approach would be to acknowledge the conversation but not dwell on it. Instead of probing into her past or expressing concerns about other men she might be seeing, shift the focus to the present interaction. Show interest in her thoughts, her dreams. What inspires her? This demonstrates not only maturity, but a confidence in the strength of your own character and your ability to engage her on a deeper level. Demonstrating self-assurance doesn't mean you have to be aloof or distant. On the contrary, it's about being comfortable in your own skin and showing that you are stable and reliable. Qualities that are incredibly attractive, especially for someone looking for a long-term partner. A true Stoic finds his security within himself, not through validation from others. This level of self-assurance communicates to a potential partner that you are not just a good choice for now, but a dependable partner for the future as well. Number 8. Exhibiting decisiveness. In the world of dating, the ability to make clear, confident decisions without wavering is a clear indicator of maturity and leadership. For many women, this decisiveness is especially attractive in a time when societal roles are shifting, and indecision in men can be a common frustration. This isn't just about taking charge in an overbearing way, but about demonstrating that you have the confidence and capability to make choices that reflect both your desires and the needs of the situation. Let's consider a practical example. When planning a date, instead of going back and forth or overly deferring to her preferences, a mature, decisive man might suggest a specific restaurant or activity. He does this not to disregard her preferences, but to demonstrate initiative. He might say, "I know this great Italian place that has a cozy atmosphere and fantastic reviews. How does dinner there sound for Friday night?" This approach does more than just set plans. It subtly conveys authority and thoughtfulness. This kind of decisiveness is rooted in Stoic philosophy, which values self-assurance and practical wisdom. It's about knowing yourself and your environment well enough to make informed decisions swiftly and with confidence. Stoicism teaches that this clarity and decisiveness reduce confusion and increase effectiveness, aligning actions with purpose. However, it's important to balance this decisiveness with sensitivity to her preferences and needs. This isn't about imposing your will, but about showing that you can lead and make thoughtful choices. It communicates that you are not only capable of taking the initiative, but also of doing so in a way that considers the happiness and well-being of those around you. For all the mature men out there, remember that your decisiveness is a strength. It shows that you know what you want and are not afraid to go after it while respecting others. This can make you incredibly appealing to women who appreciate a partner who is both assertive and considerate. So, embrace your ability to make decisions confidently. It's not just a sign of leadership, it's a demonstration of your experience and maturity, making you a compelling and attractive partner. Number 9. Body language. Body language is a powerful communicator. For many older men, the confidence gained from experiences over the years allows them to exhibit a relaxed, assured demeanor that's not often found in their younger counterparts. Recognizing that you're not a novice in the social arena lets you approach interactions with a laid-back confidence, knowing there's little to lose. This mindset is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches the importance of controlling what you can and letting go of the rest, thus alleviating unnecessary pressure. For example, consider the simple act of maintaining eye contact. Rather than nervously looking away, steady eye contact reflects confidence and interest. Or think about your posture. Sitting and standing straight with a relaxed openness suggests comfort and presence in the moment. These are subtle cues, but they speak volumes about your self-assurance and maturity. Mastering your body language can significantly enhance your dating experience. It sends a clear message that you are comfortable in your skin and confident in your value, which can be very appealing. It ensures that even if a date doesn't lead immediately to romance, the impression you leave might make a follow-up likely, as your presence alone can create an addictive allure. Embracing your age and the wisdom that comes with it isn't just about accepting getting older. It's about leveraging your maturity to enhance how you connect with others. Your body language can captivate, creating an air of a man who knows himself and his worth, which is incredibly attractive. Thank you for joining us today as we delved into the intriguing ways in which the timeless principles of Stoicism can enhance the allure of older men. We've explored how these philosophical guidelines not only foster a deeper sense of self, but also create a magnetic presence that naturally attracts others. This isn't just about aging gracefully, it's about transforming the perception of age into a testament of enduring charm and wisdom. Let's keep in mind that it's never too late to break free from mediocrity. Every interaction is an opportunity to command attention, not through loudness or bravado, but through the subtle power of your presence. So take a moment to reflect on how you carry yourself, because in the world of dating and beyond, how you present yourself can make all the difference. We hope this discussion has sparked your interest and inspired you to think about how these principles can be applied in your own life. Remember, true attraction transcends physical appearance. It is deeply rooted in the mental resilience, emotional stability, and the serene confidence that Stoicism promotes. How can you earn and maintain deep respect in your relationships, especially from women? It's no secret that feeling respected and valued is fundamental to any successful relationship, but achieving this can sometimes be a real challenge. Whether you felt overlooked or undervalued, or just want to strengthen the respect in your current relationship, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to discuss 12 essential strategies that go beyond the basics. These aren't just quick tips, they're real, practical steps grounded in the principles of Stoicism that can help you build lasting respect. From standing up for yourself in a balanced way to showing true independence, we'll cover all the bases to ensure you not only gain a woman's respect, but also keep it. So, If you've ever wondered why respect can seem so elusive in relationships, and what you can do to turn that around, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to enhance your personal interactions, not just by demanding respect, but by commanding it through your actions and character. Before we get started, please consider showing your support by hitting the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so to access a broad spectrum of valuable content designed to enhance your overall growth. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Respect yourself. Stoicism emphasizes on understanding oneself, mastering one's emotions, and upholding personal dignity. Self-respect starts with how you view and treat yourself. If you find yourself lacking in this area, it's going to be quite challenging to expect others to fill that void, especially women in the context of relationships. Self-respect is crucial because it establishes the standards for how others should treat you. It's like setting the baseline in a relationship. Think about it. If you don't value yourself, how can you expect someone else to see the value in you? This goes beyond simple interactions. In the context of a relationship, if a woman perceives that you don't care enough about your own well-being, her respect for you is likely to diminish. Let's take a closer look at this with some practical examples. Consider a man who consistently neglects his health, dodges responsibilities, or allows himself to be treated poorly by others. His actions demonstrate a lack of self-respect. Now, think about a man who is diligent about his health, meets his responsibilities head-on, and stands firm on his boundaries. This man clearly shows he respects himself, and as a result, he commands respect from others, including women. Self-respect is not just about external actions. It's deeply rooted in self-knowledge and self-acceptance. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and working proactively to be the best version of yourself. When you respect yourself, it's like you're saying to the world, "I am worthy of respect." And this message is powerful. So take a moment and reflect. When you look in the mirror, do you feel good about the person looking back at you? Do you see someone who is doing their part, striving for a bright future and spreading good vibes? If not, it could be a sign to pause, rethink, and start making some tweaks. Begin with brutal honesty in your self-evaluation. Identify areas where you fall short and make a committed effort to improve. It could be working on your physical fitness, taking up new educational opportunities, or simply learning how to say no when something doesn't align with your values. Each step you take toward enhancing your self-respect not only shapes your character, but also sets a clear standard for how others, particularly women, will perceive and respect you. It all starts with the man in the mirror. Make the necessary changes, foster a strong sense of self, and watch as the respect you receive from others transforms. Number 2, be emotionally strong. Picture this. You're out at a restaurant or enjoying a sunny day in the park when something unexpectedly goes wrong. Maybe the service is slow or someone bumps into you. Now, you have a choice. If you let your temper flare, not only does it spoil the moment, but it can also make the people around you, especially the women in your life, feel uncomfortable or even intimidated. Reacting with anger or annoyance can create tension and fear, which are the exact opposites of the respect and safety you want to foster in your relationships. In the realm of Stoicism, there's a lot of emphasis on mastering our reactions and managing our emotions. This isn't just about keeping a stiff upper lip. It's about understanding, controlling, and channeling our feelings in ways that are constructive rather than destructive. Being emotionally strong, according to Stoic Principles, means more than just bottling up your feelings. It's about facing those tough moments with a calm and composed demeanor. It's showing that no matter the challenge, You can handle it without letting your emotions get the best of you. This kind of strength is really about managing your emotions in a healthy way, recognizing them, understanding their origins, and deciding consciously not to be governed by them in the heat of the moment. Let's say you're in that slow restaurant. Instead of snapping at the server, you take a deep breath, recognize your irritation, and choose a more constructive response. Perhaps you calmly ask about the delay or decide to enjoy the extra time chatting with your companion. This response demonstrates to your partner that you're capable of handling inconvenience with grace and maturity. Emotional strength like this doesn't just make the immediate situation smoother. It builds a foundation of trust and respect in your relationship over time. It signals that you are reliable and stable, qualities that are deeply admired and respected. Women, just like all people, respect someone who can navigate the ups and downs of life without losing their balance. So, let's strive to develop this emotional strength. It's about being aware of our feelings and choosing our actions wisely, not being swayed by the heat of the moment. This is a core aspect of Stoicism and a powerful way to enhance respect and trust in any relationship. Number 3. Enhance your worth. Stoicism highlights the importance of bettering oneself and striving for goodness. It's all about becoming your finest self, not only to benefit yourself, but also to make a positive difference in others' lives. Think about the concept of increasing your value. This doesn't mean just improving your financial status or your position at work, though those can be components. It's about becoming a more well-rounded, knowledgeable, and competent person. Whether you're learning how to cook, taking up a new sport, improving your public speaking skills, or advancing your education, each step you take to improve yourself adds layers to your character. Imagine you start taking evening classes to get a degree in a field you're passionate about. As you share your experiences and what you've learned, the women in your life see you not just as ambitious, but as someone who is actively shaping their future. Or perhaps you commit to a fitness challenge, transforming not only your physique, but also demonstrating discipline and dedication. These actions speak volumes about your drive and your commitment to living a well-balanced life. Another aspect might be learning skills that enhance your emotional intelligence, like mindfulness or communication workshops. These skills make you a better listener and a more empathetic partner, friend, or colleague. Women respect and are drawn to men who show they can engage deeply, understand emotions, and communicate effectively. It's about showing that you value growth in all its forms and that you're dedicated to evolving not just externally, but internally as well. Increasing your value also involves stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's about challenging yourself to do things that might scare you a bit, like traveling solo to a foreign country, which can broaden your perspectives and enhance your adaptability and problem-solving skills. Each new experience enriches your character, making you a more interesting and engaging person to be around. Stoicism emphasizes that respect and virtue are achieved through wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. By enhancing your value, you embody these ideals, demonstrating that you're not only capable of achieving goals, but also committed to living a principled life. This consistent effort to better yourself makes you a beacon of stability and reliability. So ask yourself, what can you start today that will help you grow? What skill or knowledge would enrich your life and make you a person of higher value? Remember, it's not just about the respect you gain from others, but also about the respect you earn for yourself by becoming the best version of you. Number 4. Always be honest. In the philosophy of Stoicism, we often talk about virtues that can guide us to a more meaningful life, and honesty sits right at the heart of these. It's absolutely crucial whether we're talking about friendships, family bonds, or romantic connections. Let's face it, being honest isn't always the easiest path. Sometimes, the truth can be a bit tough to swallow. But here's the thing. Honesty is always better than the alternative. Imagine this. You mess up somehow. Maybe you forgot an important date, or you said something without thinking it through. Now you might feel the urge to cover it up or spin a little white lie. It seems simpler, right? But if your lady, or anyone important in your life, finds out the truth from someone else, it's gonna hurt. And worse, it can chip away at her trust and respect for you. Now let's say you choose a different path. You own up to your mistake. You say, "Hey, I messed up and I'm really sorry." This does a couple of things. First, it shows you're a person of integrity. You're willing to stand by your actions and face the consequences. That's a big deal in Stoicism. It's about aligning your actions with your values, no matter the discomfort. Secondly, it builds trust. When you're open and transparent, it tells her that you value honesty, that you respect her enough to be truthful. And when trust grows, so does respect. This approach doesn't just apply to mistakes, though. It's about being genuine in your daily interactions. Say you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed. By being honest about what you're going through, you open up the possibility for genuine support and connection. It's about letting your real self be seen and dealing with life head-on, just as the Stoics advocate. In essence, when you live truthfully, you're not just respecting others, you're also respecting yourself. You're living in harmony with Stoic principles, which emphasize virtue and character over easy outs or superficial gains. And believe me, people, especially women, can sense when someone is genuine and honest, and they respect that deeply. So let's strive to be straightforward, face our truths bravely, and foster relationships built on trust and respect. Remember, a life of virtue is a life well lived. If you're still here and enjoying the video, please take a moment to pause and leave a yes in the comments below to show your commitment to becoming a version of yourself deserving of respect. Let's continue together on this journey. Number 5. Define clear boundaries. Stoicism stresses the significance of knowing oneself and one's rational capability to establish and adhere to boundaries, which is fundamental in forming any healthy relationship. Setting clear boundaries is not about putting up walls between you and someone else. It's about knowing yourself deeply, understanding what you are comfortable with, and recognizing what you value. It's about being clear on what you can tolerate and what you cannot, which not only projects self-respect and confidence, but also shows a strong sense of self-awareness, qualities that are inherently attractive and respected. Let's put this into context with some everyday scenarios. Imagine you're someone who values quiet evenings to decompress after work, but you're dating someone who enjoys social outings and wants to go out almost every night. Here, setting a boundary might look like having a frank discussion about your need for quieter evenings. This isn't just about asserting your preferences. It's about creating space in your relationship for both people to feel understood and respected. Or consider a situation where you prefer to handle finances in a certain way, while your partner has a more laid-back approach. Setting clear financial boundaries and discussing expectations can prevent misunderstandings and conflicts down the line. It's about respect and compromise, finding a balance that honors both of your values and limits. A man who sets clear boundaries is often respected more because he communicates a strong sense of identity. Women, and indeed all people, tend to respect those who know themselves well enough to articulate their needs and limits clearly. This clarity shows that you are not only secure in who you are, but also that you respect yourself enough to protect your well-being. It's a strong declaration that you value your peace, your values, and your life's direction. Moreover, when you set boundaries, you're also showing that you respect the other person's boundaries. This reciprocal respect is vital for any healthy relationship. It tells the other person that you acknowledge their right to their preferences, needs, and space. This creates a mutual understanding that can deepen the connection between you. From a Stoic viewpoint, setting boundaries is about more than personal preferences. It's about aligning your actions with your rational judgments and your moral values. It requires the virtues of wisdom, to know what is right for you, justice, to understand and uphold fairness in your relationships, and courage to assert your boundaries even when it might be uncomfortable. So, think about the areas in your life and relationships where boundaries could be more clearly communicated. How might clarifying these boundaries improve your relationships? Are there areas where you might be compromising too much on your own comfort and values? Reflect on these questions and consider how setting clear, rational boundaries could lead not only to greater respect from the women in your life, but also to a more fulfilling and virtuous life. Number 6, be independent. In any relationship, but especially in the eyes of women, being independent is incredibly attractive. It signifies that you are not just a passenger in your life, but rather the driver. When you make your own decisions and think for yourself, rather than just floating along with the crowd, it showcases maturity and capability. This is especially important in partnerships, because it demonstrates that you are committed to actively shaping your life and the shared life with your partner. Men are often viewed as pillars of strength, especially during challenging times. If you're constantly complaining or letting frustration get the best of you in a less than mature manner, it can quickly become a turnoff. It's absolutely fine to share your worries and frustrations with your partner. After all, being stoic doesn't mean being emotionless. The key, however, lies in how you handle these emotions. Suppose you're facing a tough situation at work. Maybe a project is at risk of failing, or you're under a lot of pressure. You might feel the urge to vent extensively at home, which is natural. However, Stoicism teaches us the virtue of resilience. Instead of only venting, you also focus on seeking solutions and maintaining your composure. This balanced approach, where you are open about your feelings yet proactive in dealing with challenges, not only helps you cope effectively, but also shows your partner that you are strong and dependable. Being independent also means being able to stand alone when necessary. It's about not relying excessively on others for your happiness or decision-making. For example, you might decide to spend some time pursuing a personal hobby or learning a new skill on your own. This shows that you have your own interests and passions, which not only makes you more interesting and engaging, but also demonstrates your commitment to self-improvement. This balance of independence and emotional openness is highly respected in relationships. Women, just like all individuals, appreciate a partner who can manage their emotions intelligently, tackle problems with a cool head, and remain stable and reliable, no matter what life throws their way. Now, take a moment to consider how you can nurture your independence. Are there decisions you've been delaying? Are there areas in your life where you could be more proactive? Pondering these questions can aid in fortifying your independence, which is not only a mark of maturity and competence, but also a core Stoic virtue. Let's exchange some stories or obstacles where independence has facilitated our growth and strengthened our relationships. What actions are you undertaking today to bolster your independence? Number 7, be a man. In Stoic philosophy, virtues such as courage, wisdom, and discipline are universal and apply to all individuals, regardless of gender. However, in the context of relationships, these qualities can often manifest as a confident and assertive presence that many find attractive and reassuring. This isn't about physical strength or dominance, but rather about being sure of who you are and what you stand for. Let's consider what it means to be a man in everyday situations. For example, being decisive when planning a date or a family outing shows confidence, which can be very appealing. It's not about making all the decisions on your own, but rather about contributing actively and thoughtfully to the relationship. This could look like taking the initiative to solve problems when they arise, or stepping up to make plans when you both have busy schedules. Assertiveness is another key aspect. This doesn't mean being aggressive or overbearing. Rather, it's about clearly expressing your needs and desires in the relationship while also respecting her needs and boundaries. For instance, if you prefer spending quiet evenings at home during the work week to recharge, it's important to communicate this preference clearly and respectfully. This shows that you know yourself and are capable of setting healthy boundaries, which can help prevent misunderstandings and foster mutual respect. Being a man in this sense also involves a certain level of emotional resilience, another Stoic virtue. It means handling challenges and setbacks with a calm and composed attitude, not being swayed by every twist and turn of fate. This resilience can be particularly reassuring in a relationship, as it suggests a capacity to support and maintain stability even during difficult times. The idea here is to strike a balance where your strength complements her femininity in ways that enhance the relationship, creating a dynamic that is harmonious and mutually respectful. It's about each partner bringing their strengths to the table, creating a partnership where both can thrive. In essence, when we talk about being a man in the context of Stoic philosophy and relationships, it's about embodying virtues that promote personal integrity and strength. This approach can lead to relationships where both partners feel valued, understood, and respected. Number 8, don't be clingy. In relationships, maintaining a healthy balance between closeness and personal space is crucial, and Stoicism, with its focus on self-sufficiency and rational independence, provides valuable insights into achieving this balance. Being overly clingy can indeed be a major turnoff. It's natural to want to spend a lot of time with your partner, especially in the flush of new love. However, constantly hovering around, needing to be in her presence all the time, can quickly move from being endearing to overwhelming. Initially, your attentiveness might seem sweet, but it can soon feel suffocating. Remember, just because she's chosen to be with you doesn't mean she's handed over her independence or her social life. Everyone values a bit of personal space. It's essential for our mental well-being and personal growth. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being self-aware and respecting not just our own space and needs, but also those of others. This philosophy encourages us to consider our actions and their impacts on our relationships. Let's say your partner is interested in painting, a hobby she loves to pursue in her quiet time. If you insist on constantly being around, even during times she has set aside for her painting, it might make her feel like she can't enjoy her own interests without feeling guilty or distracted. This can lead to frustration and resentment. Instead, what if you took that time to engage in your own hobbies or interests? This approach shows that you are secure and independent, qualities that are inherently attractive and respect-inducing. By giving her space to enjoy her interests and similarly enjoying your own, you demonstrate that you respect her as an individual outside of the relationship. This not only makes your time together more special and fulfilling, but also shows that you both can thrive independently. Being less accessible at times isn't about playing games or making yourself hard to get. It's about showing that you have a rich, fulfilling life of your own. This independence can make you more intriguing and appealing to your partner, enhancing the respect she has for you. Remember, a healthy relationship is about complementing each other's lives, not consuming them. It's about being two wholes coming together, not two halves making a whole. This perspective aligns beautifully with Stoic thought, which values the idea of being complete in oneself. So, reflect on how you can apply this balance in your relationship. Are there areas where you might be leaning too heavily on your partner for your happiness or entertainment? How can you cultivate your own interests and passions further? Sharing how you navigate these challenges or successes can help all of us learn and grow together. What steps are you taking to maintain a healthy balance in your relationships? Let's discuss and inspire each other to build stronger, more respectful partnerships. Number 9, get a decent job. It's not about landing the highest paying or most glamorous job. The real value lies in showing that you are willing to contribute, to put in the effort, and to be responsible, regardless of the nature of your work. This is about demonstrating a willingness to engage in meaningful labor, which reflects a strong character and a mature outlook on life. Consider this scenario. Perhaps you're between jobs, or in a job that doesn't exactly make headlines for its prestige or paycheck. Some men worry that this might make them less respectable, particularly in the eyes of women. However, it's crucial to understand that genuine respect doesn't hinge on the status of your job, but on the effort and integrity you show in your role. Women, and indeed most people, value someone who shows up, gives their best, and remains steadfast in their duties, even when the going gets tough. Visualize you're working in a role that isn't your dream job. While it might not be where you envisioned yourself, the dedication you show in turning up every day, solving problems, and contributing to your community's functioning speaks volumes about your character. It shows you're not above any task and that you value hard work. This approach to work aligns with the Stoic idea that one's value comes from their virtues, not their circumstances. Stoicism advises us that external conditions, whether you're in a high-flying career or a modest job, don't define your worth. What matters is how you handle these conditions with virtue. Being financially responsible and independent is another aspect deeply connected to both Stoicism and respect in relationships. Financial independence is not merely about making money, it's about managing it wisely, living within your means, and preparing for the future. This responsibility shows foresight and self-control, qualities that make you a stable and reliable partner. Remember that your effort to find and maintain a job is itself a commendable and respectable endeavor. If you're in a job that isn't your ultimate goal, consider how you can bring excellence to your current role. Every job can be a reflection of your character and a practice in Stoic virtues, like diligence and perseverance. Number 10, be true to your word. Being true to your word is straightforward yet powerful. It means that when you say you're going to do something, be it attending a friend's event, calling someone when you promised, or following through on a commitment, you do it. This kind of reliability is highly valued, especially by women, because it's a clear indicator of trustworthiness and integrity. Think about how simple actions can have profound impacts. Let's say you promise your partner you'll be there to support her at an important presentation. Showing up as you said, you would not only strengthens her trust in you, but also demonstrates your support for her achievements. Or consider a smaller promise, like agreeing to handle a particular chore at home. Following through shows that you respect your shared space and your partner's comfort, which does wonders for mutual respect. Failure to keep such promises, even small ones, can chip away at the trust you've built. For instance, consistently promising to make dinner or attend couples' activities, then not following through, might seem minor in isolation, but over time, these broken promises accumulate. They can lead to doubts about your reliability and overall integrity. From a Stoic perspective, keeping your word is about aligning your actions with your moral values. Stoics believe in living a life of virtue and see integrity as a crucial component. They argue that we should aim to control our actions to reflect our inner ethical commitments. And when we say we will do something, it should be almost as binding as if it were written in stone. This philosophy underscores the idea that being a man of your word is not about grand gestures, but consistent, everyday actions that align with your promises. It's about showing that you can be counted on, which makes you a pillar of strength in your relationships. As you go about your daily life, reflect on how closely your actions mirror your commitments. Are there areas where you can improve? How does being reliable in small things contribute to your overall sense of self-respect and the respect others have for you? Being true to your word is a testament to your character. It shows that you are someone who respects others' time and emotions, and that you value the trust placed in you. These are attractive qualities that can deeply enhance the respect women, and indeed all people, have for you. Number 11. Stand up for yourself. In any relationship, it's essential to assert yourself if you feel you're being treated unfairly or disrespected. This doesn't mean picking fights or responding with hostility. Instead, it's about addressing issues respectfully and constructively. Suppose your partner acts in a way that feels unfair or hurtful. Maybe she dismisses your opinions or speaks harshly. It's important to voice your concerns calmly and clearly. By doing so, you're not just standing up for your rights. You're also demonstrating that you value yourself and the health of the relationship enough to address issues that might undermine it. Stoicism reminds us that our reactions should be measured, rational, and guided by virtue. The Stoics believed in living in harmony with reason and maintaining one's tranquility by managing one's responses to external events. When you respond to disrespect or unfair treatment, not with reactive anger, but with thoughtful assertiveness, you embody these Stoic ideals. You show that you are in control of your emotions and are guided by reason, a quality that commands respect. Standing up for yourself also means defending the integrity of your relationship from external negativity. There will always be people who may criticize or speak negatively about your relationship choices. While it's true that you can't please everyone, ignoring negative comments isn't always the best approach, especially when these are unfounded and harmful. Defending your relationship when necessary shows that you are committed and deeply invested in its longevity and health. For example, if someone in your social circle questions your commitment to your partner or the validity of your feelings based on unfounded assumptions, it's appropriate to correct them. Doing so respectfully and firmly sends a clear message about what you stand for and the respect you demand for yourself and your relationship. This kind of behavior, standing up for yourself and your partner, shows that you care deeply about the relationship and are willing to protect it. This is highly attractive and respectable, particularly in the eyes of women who value strength, integrity, and the ability to handle conflict with maturity. So, think about the ways you can practice this in your own life. Are there situations where you might have remained silent when you should have spoken up? Reflect on how standing up for yourself with dignity and respect can not only strengthen your own self-esteem, but also the respect you receive from others. Number 12. Respect her. Let's dive deep into the most fundamental principle that holds any relationship together: mutual respect. This concept is not just central to building and maintaining a healthy relationship, but is also a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, which teaches us the importance of treating others with dignity and fairness. Respecting your partner is crucial. It's about recognizing her as a whole person, an individual with her own opinions, beliefs, habits, interests, friends, family, and feelings. This respect should not only be evident when you are together, but also in her absence. It's simple. To be respected, you must show respect. This reciprocal nature of respect is what strengthens the bonds between people. Let's talk about practical ways to show respect in everyday interactions. For instance, consider her opinions during discussions, whether they're about choosing a movie to watch or making significant life decisions. Listening actively, acknowledging her viewpoints, and engaging in meaningful conversations without dismissing her ideas are all ways of showing respect. Respect also extends to her personal space and interests. Encouraging her to spend time on her hobbies or with her friends and showing interest in these aspects of her life without intruding demonstrates that you value her as an individual outside of your relationship. This is crucial because it shows that you recognize her independence and unique personality. Another important aspect is how you speak of her to others. Stoicism teaches us the virtue of integrity, meaning your actions should align with your values regardless of the situation. Speaking about her with kindness and respect, even when she's not present, not only reflects your character, but also builds trust in your relationship. Negative comments or disrespectful jokes about her in social settings undermine her and reflect poorly on your character as well. For example, if you're out with friends and someone makes a joke at her expense, choosing to not participate or subtly shifting the conversation away shows respect for her dignity. This action might seem small, but it has a significant impact on how she views your respect for her and, consequently, how she respects you. Respecting your partner also means valuing her emotional world. When she shares her feelings, whether she's had a bad day at work or she's excited about something new, responding with empathy and interest shows that you value what she experiences and feels. In essence, respecting your partner is about treating her with the same level of consideration and dignity that you would expect for yourself. It's about fostering an environment where both of you can thrive, supported by mutual respect and understanding. This is not only the foundation of a strong relationship, but also a reflection of living a virtuous, stoic life. As we wrap up our exploration into getting and maintaining respect in your relationships, especially from women, remember, fostering mutual respect, love, and attraction isn't just a one-time effort. It's a continuous process that can significantly enhance the understanding and bond between you and your partner. When both partners genuinely respect each other, the relationship is built on a solid foundation, ready to withstand the tests of time and thrive. If you've made it this far and feel equipped with the knowledge we've shared today, drop a "sure" in the comments below to let me know you're taking these lessons to heart. Your feedback is invaluable and helps shape our content to better serve you. Don't forget, for more interesting topics like this, check out the recommended video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on new insights and strategies that can transform your relationships. See you in the next video.